Dome in New Orleans.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here come the Saints for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the man from Notre Dame. At quarterback, it's Ian Book.
And one of the selling points about Ian Book coming out of college is his brain. A very smart player. And he was snapped up in the 4th round in 2021 when many thought he would go much later, mainly on the strength of that brain. Good arm, accurate, tough. One of the top players in Notre Dame history in terms of wins as a quarterback.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Washington in last week's contest. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
And he gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A first down throw for Book. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll try the counter with Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On first, here's Washington. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Michel on the counter. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Book now to throw on first down.
They'll check this one down to Michel. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Washington. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Draw play, Washington. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw his Book.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Book. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Wells. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
2nd and 5 now. Book. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Book now. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now Book.
Out to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 34.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Book.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Book.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Play action now. Book.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they go play action with Book.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. A handoff for Washington. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. And now this throw complete to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes. Stretched. Dreamed. Going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Operating from the gun. Wells. This is caught. Touchdown. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Book. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got a man. That's little Jordan Humphrey. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Gets this one to Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Washington now out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Washington. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Escape, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete to Washington. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Wells. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Throwing on 1st down. Wells. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Off the bootleg. Wells. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Wells. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
That's caught. It's James Washington. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw there for the 1st down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
2nd and 9. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Going option left on 4th and goal. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
On 1st down, Book. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Book. He finds his man, complete. It's Joseph.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there just before halftime. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Book. Dancing to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday Night Football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taken in at the 3.